Huples cat. As part of my retirement gift, my workmates gave me one of these, and they also got one for Kitty. This is the LifeStraw Advanced Water Filter Bottle.
This is the LifeStraw Go. It can go here, 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 every day and on your favorite adventures. You can fill it up with water from here, here, or here, and filter it on the go. Drinking water straight from these sources sounds risky. It's not. We've taken similar technology that we use to provide safe drinking water to millions here and just put it here. The LifeStraw Go is available in 22-ounce and 1-liter sizes. With this technology, water passes through a membrane microfilter with microscopic pores that trap bacteria, parasites, and microplastics. Then, an activated carbon filter absorbs chemicals like chlorine, herbicides, and pesticides for improved taste. The membrane microfilter lasts up to 1,000 gallons, and the activated carbon filter lasts up to 26 gallons. So the detachable, replaceable filters allow you to use your bottle indefinitely. Carabiner included. This lightweight, durable, BPA-free Triton Classic bottle is the only bottle you'll need when you're on the go. Your purchase has impact. For every LifeStraw product purchased, a child in need receives safe water for an entire school year. Everyone needs safe water. Stay safe. Pack a LifeStraw.
Right off the get-go, I can tell you the one concern I have with this is the fact that it'd be easy to contaminate the outside of the bottle whilst refilling it. Something you're going to have to be very careful with any bottle and scoop method. Well, let's see what we do with it, eh? So this will do 1,000 gallons if the water's clean. Remember, the more contaminated the water is, the more it's likely to actually block the gravity filter inside this. So it has a LifeStraw attachment clamp. This will rattle and scratch the bottle. I would suggest something different. It would be nice if this was also on this side so you could have a holding strap, but there isn't. There is this. First thing I did when I got mine was I bit this and tried to pull the plastic off. Don't! It's not there for that. It's as it is. And I'm not really keen on this type of suck method anyway. But when you open the top, you have to wash all of this out carefully with water. And you have instructions, which is always nice. Now, this is the actual filter, and this is just an air escape valve. When you unscrew this, you can throw this away because it becomes plastic junk, and you can buy new ones. Now, they talk about a carbon filter in the top, and there is in fact a carbon filter. So you can buy these to replace this to keep the bottle going, and you can buy these. These are $5 each. They last only for 100 litres, so I consider that a problem. They're also supposed to get out sand and stuff like that. I would really recommend that you keep this clean as possible. So you can fill this with a micro towel from dirty water and then place this system into it. But how do I get water on a bug out or a get home mission in Canada, given the fact there's water loads of places near me, so I don't have to actually carry much? I have water purification tablets that work for what I need it to work for in my area, which is specifically Giardia and Cryptosporidium. It's a good idea to have it protected for E. coli. People poop in water, so do animals. Viruses is always an issue, so it's kind of good to have that. But for me specifically, Giardia and Cryptosporidium is the biggest threat I have because of deer population and beaver population. Because of deer and beaver populations. So, a plastic jug, 1 litre, which is 32 ounces, and a bandana. This is a trick I've never seen anywhere. What you basically do is I'm going to put the bandana completely in the bottle. I'll show you that. I'm going to use the umbrella tip to do that with. Get the bandana completely evenly around it, and then gently shove in the top of it so it goes all the way to the bottom. If you're smart, have some elastic bands. I do not. And then you dip into the water, finding a safe access point because you don't want to get wet. Making sure you've secured your access point. Fill the bottle. Now, this should be considered contaminated. I don't really consider it contaminated in this type of water. When you take it out, try not to drip it in. There you go. Then pop the tablet in, wait half an hour, depending on what this says. Wring it out, hang it out to dry. I know I'm coming back this way because I'm doing about basically 7.5, 8 kilometers, 5 miles out, and I'm doing the same coming back. So I've probably got about another 10 to 20 minutes in one direction. So I'll let it dry out a bit. Good idea to have the instructions for this sort of thing. 4 hours if dirty, 30 minutes if clear at 20 centigrade. So basically I'm going to put it in for about 30 minutes and then drink it. This type of water should be reasonably safe for me. So the tablets I'm using are Practising Micro Pure. I find they're the most expensive and they're actually somewhat hard to get at times, but they're a bit more effective than Aquapure. So I'm quite happy to use Aquapure. One of the drawbacks of the Practising is that you need scissors or a good knife to actually access the tablet. You can try using your teeth. I don't recommend it. However, strongly I. Once you put the tablet in as fast as you can, and this is a key thing that everybody doesn't do. Put it in a backpack. Do not have it in sunlight for the 30 minutes it takes to form the chlorine to kill everything in there. Sunlight actually will deactivate it. You'll still get the chlorine taste because it works partially, but it won't guarantee fully use it. So when you use a water purification tablet, don't have a clear bottle. And if you have a clear bottle, mine's blue but it's kind of clear, put it away out of sunlight. At every stop where you access equipment, stow it, put it in the backpack, think about it, make sure you've stowed it correctly. Don't leave stuff behind. I'm leaving that bandana to dry out a bit. The beauty of the tablet method for get home or indeed bug out, for me, because I have access to lots of water everywhere around me in central Ontario that's clean, is I can just literally dump my pack wherever I need to go, look at the water for a bit, go there, grab the water, go back to the pack, do all the treatment of the water at site, out of the way, not actually at the river. For the sake of convenience and because there's like nobody around, I'm doing it at the riverside. I don't recommend that. Grab the water, carry the water, treat the water when you think it's safe to do so. Don't necessarily think you have to do all the steps for every skill you do on a bug out or get home journey at the same time. When scooping this, remember all the water on the outside of here is cholera. That's how you have to look at it. Even if it looks clean, it could have cholera. When you put this in, you're going to have to touch the bowl. So you want to have clean hand, dirty hand. I'll grab them. So this is the bottle I'm going to use. I was going to use this. I'm not going to. I'm going to use the wet rope I found. This already has an eyelet in it, which is great. So all I do is I just put this through here and put this through there and then chuck it in the river. Hey puppy. So yeah, so this is what you do, you just chuck it in. So let's chuck it in, shall we? So without faking or tricking, you have this. One of the things I'd suggest before you do this is to actually have a stick with a little thong on it, so you can actually push the rope further out in case it just gets caught on any branches. And let's try the LifeStraw. I think Kitty bought me this in a set of 4 from Groupon for 29 Canadian a long time ago. The instructions will wear out, so make sure you know what you're doing. And no idea when it expires. So you guys can tell me if I'm doing this right or wrong. Pretty decent plastic. I think this was bought about 15 to 16 years ago. Has a little lanyard thing on it, I don't know if you still do. And there's my top, and there's my bottom. And this does have instructions on it, I don't know if they still do. Pretty straightforward, eh? No tricks with this one. Okay, this one I just got water just a little bit. See how much effort it takes to drink a litre of water. Okay, this time I'm putting my finger over the top because I lost the column of water dripped down to the water level and I had to suck to get it back up. Let's see if this helps. Oops. The other thing you do is just push it down and hold it. Well, it works with pretty clear water and it was easy to catch and I don't have to drink right by the stream. It is a bit more effort. When I get home, I'm going to put this open like this, hanging in a dry environment for as long as possible. If you get water left in the filter and it freezes, they will break. So that's the main reason I don't want to be LifeStraw dependent bugging out in the Canadian winter. It's going to get cold. So that's why I'd much prefer to use tablets year round, because I don't like switching stuff in and out of gear unless I need to. I'd much prefer to use tablets than something like this, purely because of the cold. Give this back to the fishes. And if you use an eyelet, which I didn't put in it, but somebody did it for me, it basically means that you have the capacity to keep using the piece of string or rope without too much difficulty. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to check my comms. Check my emergency comms. Pretty good find, eh? Quite happy with this. This is the one that they gave me, and I actually kind of really like this one because it's green. And I took it apart before I opened up Kitties just to make sure I wasn't flapping around. A couple of things from that is that it is really basically straightforward. However, they do recommend use a coin or a key to get this out of here, and for this one I had to do that. For Kitties I was able to do it with my hand. Make sure you always have a really nice blade. This needs to be pushed right the way in here, and then when you connect it to this, it's pretty straightforward. It's kind of absolutely foolproof. And this one's already been washed. Like I say, I chewed this a bit because I thought there was plastic on it, and there really isn't. So again, once this is set up like this, when I get the water, and I'll put my finger over that, just to keep the water in the column, to make it easy. So what's the point of these? Ideally, for hiking, I think. I'm going to really look forward to trying these on a hike when it's a warm day and when near water. And of course, in southern central Ontario, we're pretty much always near clean water, so I don't really need to use the bandana method to drain plastic and gunk and debris and soil and sand out of my water. I always carry a bandana, and if this water is not crystal clear, I absolutely would use the bandana method. I'm really concerned that the carbon filter only will last for 100 litres, but the bottle itself will last for 4,000. And yeah, you're going to get pesticides and poorer taste once the carbon filter's gone. The advantage of the LifeStraw is, provided it hasn't frozen and the little holes inside haven't been pushed apart, which would make it ineffective for filtering. If it stays safe, once the filters are all blocked, it stops working and you have to get a new bottle or a new filter. So it's always cool to get a present that you want, but you wouldn't actually buy yourself, because frankly I don't really have a utility to this as a prepper. I absolutely am going to go with boiling water using my BioLite stove when it's very cold, and I'm absolutely going to use tablets the rest of the time. I don't want to carry plastic around with me, I don't want to carry weight around with me, I don't want it to be fiddly, I just want to go scoop, drop, and wait 30 minutes to 4 hours with this in my backpack before I can drink it. If you like this video, feel free to give me a thumbs up or even a subscription and tell me why. And if you didn't like it, tell me why. Have you guys actually used the LifeStraw Go? One of the things that most preppers have had in the past is the LifeStraw. And pretty much, I think unanimously, we all decided it's not worth it for a bug out. too fiddly, you have to bend down even if you have a scoop of water. Nobody really likes the LifeStraw. LifeStraw Go, I can see it being very useful on a hike. Not really convinced this sort of technology has any place on a bug out. Now it could easily have a place at your bug out location. So I'm happy to have got them. Doodles. This has been brought to you by an Abused Terrier production 2021. Woofie. Woofie.